What's up, guys? It's been a minute, but I am back. So, welcome back to the channel. I'm not going to take too much of your time up. We're just going to get right into this reading. If I can shuffle these cards right. So today is just a collective reading. I'm going to do um, 3 oracles in the beginning and then pull 3 tarot cards for each oracle and see what is going on with you guys, what the energy is, what the vibes are, what's working, what's not working, those type of fun things. So let's just get right into it. One more shuffle. Whoops. Okay. So starting out, you got the empathic starseed, the child of the cosmos, and star keeper. And then I'm going to pull some tarot. Like I said earlier, I'm going to pull 3 tarot cards for each pile and go from there. All right, Spirit, what are the messages that the collective needs to know? What is hindering them? What is blocking them? What is working for them? Any messages that need to come through would be highly, highly, highly appreciated. Thank you. Love and light always. One more shuffle. Okay. So the first, empathic starseed, you got the Fool, Page of Pentacles, and the 5 of Cups. 2 shuffles for pile 2. I'm not doing separate piles. I'm just, 2 shuffles. All right, thank you, Spirit. I'm just going in piles and it'll all go together. So bear with me, okay? The Page of Cups, the 2 of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles for Child of the Cosmos. And then 3 shuffles for the 3rd oracle. Alright. The 8 of Cups, 4 of Cups, and 6 of Cups. So yeah, as I'm seeing right now with all of these cups here, there is a lot of emotions at play right now. There's a lot of things that are emotionally, maybe I don't want to get too far into it until I read more up on what the oracles are saying, but as far as I can see with the spread right now is there's a lot of emotions going around. Some of them are good, most of them are good, actually. Some of them, there's a little bit of hiccups and disturbances going on in your life. Maybe some old things coming back, maybe some old traumas resurfacing. But for the most part, it looks like you are getting over that and learning how to better cope with the terms of life that you're dealt with at the moment. So yeah, let's read up on what these oracles are and then we'll get further into the reading. All right, so okay, empathic starseed. Let's see what that one says, because I've been working with these cards for a little bit, but I still just want to get the gist of it, and I'm sure you guys want to hear exactly what it says as well. So okay. The empathic starseed. Empathic starseeds are here to shift the world through their physical presence alone. They don't need to do anything beyond being here. Thanks to the energetic change their physical presence causes due to their highly sensitive nature, empathic starseeds can struggle with being on Earth and a physical body. Many are prone to addiction and depression or tend to make other people's feelings and moods for their own. Natural introverts tend to prefer spending time alone or in small groups. Crowds can be overwhelming for them. If this card appears, consider lightening lightening the load energetically. Don't put yourself under such pressure to go out into the world. Be gentle with yourself. Allow extra time and care to recover energetically. If you feel pressured to keep up a certain pace, instead, put on the brakes and treat yourself like a precious baby. Do whatever you need. Do whatever you can to take the pressure of the world off of your plate. Switch off the switch back on. In today's world, it's normal to feel that we should be doing more, but perhaps being present in our life is enough. This could be a phase you're going through, or something, or simply how you're being called to live your life. If your work involves giving to others, right now you're being called to keep something for yourself. You don't need to transmute it at all. It's okay to look after your own growth and healing before feeling you should offer it to the world. Indeed, it's necessary if you want to continue to do so sustainably. Okay, so what I'm getting out of this first pile, the empathic starseed, you have the Fool that came out at the top. I don't know if you guys can see that too well, but yeah, which the Fool is all about new beginnings, new possibilities, going in with an open mind, kind of the innocent, not really knowing much, but just going in with an open mind, an open heart, and with a little bit of eagerness because you're excited about what is going on. It can also have a lot to do with the negative side of that, can have a lot to do with not seeing things for what they are, wanting to see the good and wanting to be optimistic, which yes, we're all supposed to be optimistic, but being too optimistic sometimes, and sometimes maybe being very quiet when you're supposed to speak out, because what this empathic starseed is saying, oracle message is saying that putting other people's needs before yours sometimes, and I feel like as us that are very much sensitive to other people's energies and moods and vibes, which I know that's something that I struggle with as well, we can try to lower ourselves and our standards in order to make somebody else comfortable, even if it's making us uncomfortable. And I feel like Spirit is telling you that that's something that you really need to work on, something that you need to get out of, and start getting used to sticking up for yourself a little bit more and worrying about you and if you are okay and how you're feeling and what is going to make you feel good in the end. Because ultimately, if you're not okay, nothing around you is going to be okay, right? If you're not okay, then how is your life ever going to prosper and unfold in the way that it's meant to? And also, with that being said, I feel like us being empaths and feeling other people's energies and emotions, and sometimes letting it drain us or letting it attach to us, is also a lesson that we need to learn in life on how to protect ourselves and how to step into our full power and authority and authenticity, and really value ourselves and know that we are worth sticking up for just as well as we stick up for others, right? Okay, so the Page of Pentacles also came out. The Page of Pentacles is about, so I feel like you already know all this. You already know that you do need to start honoring yourself. You need to start honoring what your beliefs are and what you want to do with your life. Maybe you have some people with the Five of Cups here who are not on the same page as you, don't have the same beliefs, maybe some conflict, maybe a little bit, it's making you feel a little bit like down on yourself, and like you're not getting the support you need from others around you, and you don't really know how to take that in because, as empaths, we tend to take those energies as if they're ours, but they're not ours. So yeah, I feel like definitely what spirit is wanting you to know is know what's yours and know what's not yours, and also find ways to protect your energy. Find a way to get grounded and take some time out for yourself, and really take some time to think about what is going on in your life that's making you feel any of these emotions that are not true to you, and emotions that are maybe fear-based, or maybe other people are placing upon you. But with the Page of Pentacles, I see that you are, if you're not overcoming it at the moment, you are trying and you are willing and you are aware. So that is a really good sign right there for things to turn out in your favor and things to get better. And I feel like as long as you're true to yourself, and as long as you speak directly about your feelings and what you need in your life, everything will turn out in your favor. Yes, it can be very hard, but nobody really knows or cares. Some people, I mean, I hate to say it, but some people, as long as you let them keep treating you some type of way that's making you feel uneasy, they're just going to keep doing it until you really speak up and put your foot down and say, this is not okay and I am not accepting it. So yeah, I really feel like you guys are whoever's watching this, maybe it's for a couple people, maybe it's for one person, I don't know, but I really feel like you are going through something with some people around you right now on making you feel less than, or like you are not good enough because you might have a different belief or a different path that you're trying to go down. But yes, like I was saying, the Page of Pentacles is about desire and diligence and following your desires, and coming into some type of financial opportunity through following your desires and following your passion and what you are setting forth to do, what you're being diligent about bringing into your life, manifesting. Okay, so yeah, I feel like the only hiccup there is being in balance with other people, not letting other people's opinions of you, of your beliefs, get you into a space where you can't do what you are truly meant to be doing. And I feel like that's a problem for a lot of us right now, because not everyone, especially, I hate to say this, but especially a lot of our older people that are in our life, they tend to look at us like we're crazy because we feel like we have a whole different way of doing life than they did. And yeah, you know how that goes. But okay, let's move on to the second row, Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Okay, Child of the Cosmos. And we will put this all together eventually. I just want to go down the road because, some messages could be for separate people in each row, or it could just be a whole collective message, one message for whoever. So yeah, I just feel like I was called to do it this way. So this is how I'm going to do it. Okay, Child of the Cosmos. I mean, I kind of know what this means, but I just want to read it for you guys anyway. Okay, there's a mysterious force that governs all of life, an intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom and the tides and seasons when to come and go. That intelligence is within you. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there well beyond your last. It's the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in your mother's womb. It's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it, because Earth is a planet of polarity and free will. It's easy to forget that the intelligence exists within us. So often we become disconnected from this pulse of life and fall into the pattern of believing that we are separate, or feeling that we need to go it alone. We can feel isolated and as if we need to figure things out for ourselves, to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of yourselves, to remember that you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe, that you have access to all the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow, qualities there ever were, are, or will be. And to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. Okay, so I haven't really looked too much into the tarot yet, but I am feeling like you're feeling very alone right now. And sometimes, and I feel like whoever I'm talking to right now, somebody is on, take this how it resonates, but it could be a very spiritual path. You're trying to find your purpose in life. You are trying to find something that gives you purpose in life. You're tired of the mundane and you don't want to live in the mundane anymore. You want to live outside of the box and not so much in the box. And that can be very hard and very scary, especially when we feel like we have nobody to share our experiences with. When we don't have so much of our spiritual soul tribe yet, or our spiritual team, or just friends in general that really get what we're going through. It can definitely take a toll on us because it can make us feel very alone and very black sheep type of the crowd, or like we're just misunderstood. And Spirit is wanting you to know that sometimes we get to our best selves when we actually have that alone time, and when we actually go down the path of finding ourselves, our truest essence. That is a very beautiful thing. And yes, sometimes we do get looks and remarks and different things from people who really don't understand, but just give yourself a break and show yourself some love for stepping up and living in your true authenticity, because that is not easy to do, especially when you have to do it by yourself, or you're feeling like you have to do it by yourself right now. And for some others, I'm getting another message of maybe you are on this spiritual path and you don't really have the necessities to get a mentor or get some type of program that may help you along your path, and you're doing things by yourself, and you're feeling like you're getting to a moment of being stuck. Well, and this could be in anything in your life. It doesn't have to be spirituality. It could be anything. So just take it how it resonates. You could be doing anything and feeling stuck, feeling alone, feeling like you don't really have much help, or very misunderstood. And those are like the worst feelings to go through. But let's look into your tarot and see what's going on with the tarot. So you have the Page of Cups coming out, the first card coming out in this row, which is about, just like the Page of Pentacles, your creative opportunities, financial opportunities. Your intuition is very, very strong right now. Also, your curiosity is very strong. You know that there's something deeper that you're trying to get to, but you're having a little bit of trouble figuring out what that is, or figuring out how to reach it. But it's definitely going to come in for you. You're gonna be surprised by some of the things that you're going to discover on this journey, of whatever journey you're on. And also, a Page of Cups can also be about some type of offer or love offer coming in for you, something that's going to blossom and be a very promising relationship for you as well. And then what's following that is the Two of Cups, which is also could be about love, could be about proposals in marriage. So I don't know if we want to go that far. For some people, it may be as well that. So be looking out for that. And if you are in a relationship, what I'm seeing in these cards is it's blossoming very well, and you have a lot to look forward to with this relationship. For others who are not in a relationship, I would say you are coming together in some type of relationship, whether it be for a friendship, a workship, any type of thing, a collaboration. But for the most part, I'm definitely seeing some type of feelings involved, some type of intimacy involved. But with the Page of Cups also, that could also be, yeah, like I said, new love. And let me see something. I thought I saw, maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm tripping. Who knows? Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles is definitely your hard work starting to pay off. Like, you have been down a path of doing something diligently that is, you have been working very hard and you've seen a little bit of reward from it, but nothing substantial, nothing that is making you feel like you've made it or like very promising yet. But if it hasn't already, it is definitely coming in with the 10 of Pentacles. That's like a big money and wealth card, and success and security and success with family, being able to provide and be a provider and support yourself, your family, or whoever is involved. And also, it's going to be here for the long term. It's going to last. It's going to be something very prosperous for your life. Let's see with these three. So yeah, what I'm getting out of this one is also, it could be a partnership that brings a lot of wealth, a lot of security to your life. Somebody who understands the hardships that you've been given in life and wants to come in to help you and to get you back on your feet. Not saying that, we need somebody to do that for us, but this person is open and willing and wants to see the best in you, and or vice versa. It could be you giving to somebody else who's coming into your life. But I definitely see with these cards partnership, collaboration possibly, but definitely financial security having to do with a family or a partnership or a relationship in some sort. Okay, let me get a drink. Sorry guys, I'm talking too much. Okay, Star Keeper, third pile. And we are going to pull a little bit more for each pile to go off of that. I just want to get these out of the way, okay? So, the third pile, the Star Keeper. So, cosmic ancestors, see the light by staying grounded. Yes, just like I said earlier, for some of you empaths who, are still dealing with taking in other people's energies, moods, emotions that are keeping you uneasy and not able to ground yourself. Find a routine that you can stay grounded in. Find what works for you. Even if it's 5 minutes, sometimes we need that time. Okay, so I know with me, definitely for sure, like I have recently moved back in with my family because I'm trying to do my own thing. I'm trying to get my business established, not only with the tarot, but I'm also doing yoga, and it's been definitely a struggle with trying to ground myself and protect myself from other energies. I'm not used to living with other people, let alone family, that, you guys all know how that goes, but it's been a struggle. And I can say with me grounding myself and being prepared for whatever may come up or come my way, and not being so much in my head about it and being so much of a victim, but always being in thought of, sorry, I'm seeing like these lights flickering outside. I don't know what that is. I think it's just the reflection of the door though. But always being the victim and always being like, oh, this is happening to me, and why are they doing this to me, and they're trying to do this to me, and really take my mind out of thinking like that and think more of they're in a different place in their life and going through their own things just as well as I am, and I am actually I have inconvenienced their life as well. So we have to think about the others as well and not play so much of victim mentality. But when it comes to, like I was saying, when it comes to taking in other people's energies, yes, ground yourself, find some space, even if you have to lock yourself in the bathroom and just do some breath work or a quick meditation or a quick affirmations to get through things and to stay grounded so other people's energies don't, mess with your energies. Then yeah, you just that's what you have to do. You have to do anything that is going to help you cope in whatever you're going through. Okay, I'm going to read this. The Star Keeper. Okay. You're an ancient keeper of the stars, here to anchor and seed your light in your unique way. You've likely been incarnated on Earth for some time, dedicated to an era of awakening and bringing about a long-awaited shift in the planet's evolution. We're at a tipping point now. The survival of Earth and all its species is coming to a head. The more grounded you remain during this transitional period, the more helpful you'll be. The more you tend to the flames of your own heart, the more love you'll anchor onto this planet. The wisdom of the stars is imprinted in your soul. The more soul fragments you call home, the more this wisdom is seated here. You may be called to be in different places in the world to anchor this light, perhaps by taking a trip or living in a certain location. You may also find yourself experiencing awakening symptoms. The more grounded you remain, the more stable Earth's energy will become and the less reactive humanity will be. You are here for a double mission, to grow as an individual and as a part of a larger collective that's bringing about a shift in frequency. Trust that you can be in the world, but not of it, and lead a truly glorious life. Okay, so, yeah, I feel like when we go through things that tend to shake us up or cause tension or cause conflict, and we can't get away from that energy, we're kind of forced to stick with it for the time being, in order to really get to where we need to be and not mess things up for ourselves in our own life. I feel like when we're being forced, by universe, spirit, God, whatever you want to call it, that is something that we're supposed to be getting, that we're supposed to be learning something from. We're supposed to be overcoming something, having to sit around and deal with those type of unwanted emotions or hindering emotions in our lives. So, and it all comes back to us. It all comes back to things are always going to go on in our lives. Things are always going to go on around us that we really have no control over. But what we need to do within ourselves is learn how we can always be okay, how we can always be grounded and stable and not let anybody or anything get the best of our emotions. So I feel like with some of you guys, yeah, you definitely are needing to learn how to master your emotions, learn how to not let people get the best of you, because what is that really doing anyway? That's just giving them, the energy and the reaction that they want. And why would you want to do that, Okay, so you got the 8 of Cups coming through in the first one. The 8 of Cups, yes, which is about feeling some type of disappointment in your life, maybe having abandonment issues coming up, or feeling withdrawn, or not really fitting in where you're at in life right now. But I do see that you are walking away from a situation, place, thing, person, whatever. You are leaving those parts of your life and leaving what is no longer serving you behind. And it could also be not physically leaving, but choosing not to go there anymore, not to let yourself get all messed up and distorted over things that we really sometimes can't change, you know? And another thing that came up within this card, and Spirit is really wanting me to speak of right now, is calling home your soul fragments. So if you know what that means, then you know that this card is going like hand in hand with that. And that is just healing and learning how we can cope and heal from past things that we have no control over. But ultimately, if we don't heal from them and we don't give ourselves what was taken from us in a loving and accepting and understanding way, then that is when we are not aligned with our highest potential. We are not aligned with who we are supposed to be, and it takes our power away. It takes our sovereignty away. It takes everything away that we are not meant to lose. And so, yeah, I feel like for some of you, you're really being asked to sit within yourself, sit beside yourself, and go within and see if there's something that is not going good, or something that keeps getting the best of you, that is around you, that you can't just walk away from. What can you do for yourself to protect yourself and protect your feelings and your energy from this? And learn yourself, learn about yourself, learn what makes you tick, learn what makes you happy, learn what disappoints you, learn what you're doing that's not making it better. Because ultimately we need to learn who we are and what we need and what makes us feel good and makes us not feel good. That way we can always try to be most authentic to ourselves, because we have to put ourselves first, or there's not going to be any balance between anybody and ourselves. You know what I mean? So the next tarot is the Four of Cups. And the Four of Cups is about, like I just said, meditation, contemplation, getting some type of revelation or something out of going within and going through things one by one that maybe you didn't have I'm losing my words here. Maybe you didn't have the right perception on it, getting a different perspective, getting a higher perspective, maybe a more grounded perspective, you know, disconnecting from certain things, people, places, things that are no longer serving you. And maybe, you know, you're in some type of situation where you can't fully disconnect. You're, you know, kind of stuck in the moment where you're at, or who you're around, or what you're around. Maybe it's a job. I don't know. But there is other things that you can do to disconnect from the ease or the uneasiness that you're feeling right now. So after the Four of Cups, you got the Six of Cups. So you're definitely moving forward. You're not moving back, because you go from we're still going to say from the 4 to the 6, you know, you're not moving back. Yeah, and I feel like with this meditation with the Six of Cups, you're going to come into this feeling of old memories flooding in, reminiscing about old things, just getting some type of innocence and joy back into your life. Maybe play a little bit, maybe take things a little lighter, not take things so personal. And maybe through this meditation and going within, you're going to realize that some of the things that you've been doing and some of the ways that you've been taking things has, and I know some of you are not going to want to hear this, but trust me, I'm coming from my own personal journey as well when I say this. And when we actually are open to our what we are putting out and what we are doing to fuel the fire or put the flames out, we really do get some deep revelations about how things could have been different if we would have reacted or said things different, or maybe walked away or just brushed something off, or also been very direct to somebody about how things make you feel, and not keep holding things in until you get this huge resentment towards somebody, or you can't hold it in anymore, and then it just all blows up out of proportion. But yes, I feel like through taking that time for yourself and really sitting in contemplation and thinking about things and thinking about how you can do things differently, that is going to be what really works for you. You're going to get some beautiful insights on how and what and whatever needs to or could be done different. I'm not going to say needs to. Okay, can we get some more tarot to clarify on this reading altogether? Okay, let me first look at the whole thing. Okay, so for the whole collective reading, I am getting, for some of you, I feel like you're definitely embarking on a new journey. You're embarking on something that is unfamiliar to you, and it's taking a lot of time and effort on yourself to get things in order and get comfortable with it and make it come into fruition. And there could be some people around you that are not happy with how much time you're taking to yourself, or looking at you crazy, or whatever. We all go through those things when we're trying to better our lives, and other people just don't understand what we're doing, or they do understand and they just haven't worked on themselves enough to really give you the understanding and support that you need. Okay, but I do feel like somebody, like, you are definitely embarking on a new journey, and you're trying to get out of, like I said early, the hustle and bustle of life. You're trying to put some things into your own hands, and maybe business wise, or trying to manifest some things. And for others of you, well, hold on, I'm not done with that yet. So you may be finding some type of difficulty, some type of disappointment, and it could be because you're not seeing things as fast as you want to see them come into fruition. Or, like I said earlier, it could be about some people around you that are causing disharmony in your life about certain beliefs or actions that you have taken, and maybe it's taking up a lot of your time, or whatever the case may be. You would know better than me. And for others of you, yeah, you're definitely coming into some form of relationship. You're having some offers about love and relationships, work here, and financial security. Definitely looking good on the financial aspect. And for others of you, I feel like if you could just find it in yourself to get out of your own way, things are going to work out beautiful for you. So let's just pull some more cards, some random cards for the overall energy of this reading, and see what Spirit has to say for the last messages of this reading before we pull some more oracle and see, those type of things. And thank you guys so much for being here, for supporting my channel. I really appreciate all the likes, all the comments. I like interacting with you guys, and definitely all the subscribers, those who have subscribed to my channel and those who want to subscribe to my channel. I definitely appreciate you guys so much. I feel like we all should be supporting each other in these times, because if we're not supporting each other as a collective, that means the ones that are trying to keep us in the hustle and bustle in life and keep us down and keep us controlled and all that, those are the ones winning if we don't come together and support each other. So I'm all for supporting each other, supporting the small businesses, supporting people who are really taking faith and stepping out into their own, because it's not easy, you know what I mean? And we all just need to come together and support each other, I feel like, you know? There's no reason for, and I'm not saying any of you guys are like this, I'm just speaking my mind, but you know, when you get around some people and they just can't find a way to be happy for you, they just can't find a way to smile at you and tell you, you know, good things. It's just always like snarls and smart remarks or under their breath and this and that, or hating, or you get into these groups and all they have to do is talk about other people and this, that, and the third. Like I truly and wholly believe that we are starting to come out of that era of, because we're actually doing the work. We're actually doing the work within ourselves, so we don't feel those type of feelings and emotions. We can actually come from a loving and compassionate place. And I don't know where that came from. Maybe somebody needed to hear that, but yeah, I'm excited for, as a collective, where we're going. I really feel like we're going in a better direction than where we've been. All right. King of Swords. So yeah, somebody is definitely coming into their authenticity. Somebody is definitely coming into their power, coming into their strength, and not taking the BS no more. You know, you are definitely sticking up for yourself. You are becoming very disciplined to get what you want. You're not doing too much playing and procrastinating. You have a one point in mind. You know where you want to go, and you're doing everything that you can to get there. And you're doing it with truthfulness, honesty, fairness. You're doing it right. So when we do things like that, that means that we're doing it for the long term. We're doing it for something lasting, something that is going to be bountiful, something that is going to bring a lot of abundance and prosperity into your life when you definitely do it like that. One thing I am seeing that came out after the King of Swords is possibly, you know, you can need some time management, or need to really think about your priorities and what you need to invest more of your time into, because the Two of Pentacles is about juggling too many things at once, or maybe losing track of your priority because you have so much going on in your life, and balancing things in our lives so that, you know, we have balance of whatever we need balance of. So, and we need balance in everything. So if you're doing too much of one thing and not so much of another thing, if you're leaving something left out because you're doing way too much of something else, just take that into consideration and try to get some adaptability and balance into your life. And I feel like you will be A-okay, okay? All right. The Temperance. Yeah, balance, harmony, moderation. Yes, for a lot of you, this message is definitely coming out for a reason. I feel like you definitely need to balance something in your life. Manage your time, manage your priorities. I know when we get into this feeling of having all these downloads coming through of what we want to do and how we want to do it, and there's just new things coming at us, new ideas. Sometimes we get lost in all of the ideas and we don't know where to go, or you know, where to invest our time in. So that's when we have to really sit down and think about what really matters to us, what we are truly passionate about, what is top priority in our life, and go from there. Okay, so yeah, the Temperance. And also the Temperance can be a lot about coming into some sensibility, coming into even with the King of Swords is doing things truthful and honest and with mental clarity, and the Temperance is that as well, doing things with sensibility, doing things with purpose and passion and doing things at ease and at a slower pace, not trying to run to the finish line, because that's when we get results that are not lasting. When you go slow and steady and have balance in your life, that is when you're going to reach the finish line with things that are going to be lasting and, like I said before, abundant in your life. The strength. Yeah, you guys are definitely coming into your strength. You're definitely coming into some type of courage and power, and you are either being a huge influencer on others for the choices and actions that you're making, aside from other people's opinions of you or words that may not be so good or judgment, and you're not worried about that. You're, like I said, you have a one point in mind, and you are going to get there regardless of who's in your way or who's trying to stop you or who doesn't agree with you, because ultimately you're following your heart. And like the strength card is the Leo, which moves from the heart. We follow our heart, or even embodying that energy. You know, you're going to let your heart lead, and that's where you're going to run into all the things that was meant for you to have in this world. Okay, so I think that's a good place to end this one. I will pull one or two oracles just for the last little bit of messages and see what's going on, and then I'm going to let y'all go and enjoy the rest of your night. Okay, Spirit, last messages for my beautiful collective. What do they need to know? What somebody needs to direly hear right now? What confirmation does somebody need to hear right now? Please let whoever needs to hear this the most get the message that they have been direly needing. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for always coming through. Thank you for always shining your beautiful light upon my readings and in my life and in those who believe and have faith in you. Birds of a feather. Okay, so yes, that just goes right along with the reading. Yeah, birds of a feather flock together. Who are you spending your time with? Are you spending your time with somebody who is not bringing out the best of you, who is keeping you down in a lower vibration state? Or are you spending your time with somebody who's lifting you up and giving you purpose and vision in life and making you want to do all the things that you know you can do and not doubting you? Because when they say birds of a feather flock together, you all know what that means. You are what you eat. You are what you surround yourself with. So yeah, just pay attention to that because it is coming out. And healing the heart. Yes, I definitely feel like some of you are definitely going through a healing phase of your life. And if you're not, then you really should take some time to spend some time with yourself and see what really truly makes you passionate in what you're passionate about, what you love and what you like and what you don't like, you know, healing. And when we start healing ourselves, we start getting to know thyself, and that is the ultimate goal of life, right? To know thyself from inner to outer. All right, so I hope you guys got everything you needed and more out of this reading, and I am so glad to be back and so glad to be sharing my time and space with you. Stay tuned for my personal readings. I am going to be setting something up. I haven't really done anything with that right now, but I do have something coming very soon. So stay tuned for that. All right, you guys, I will see you next time. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.